Exactly. I get a little passionate and then I kind of zone out.
Welcome back to That Stupid Dating Show. My name's Rane.
And I'm Eric.
And we are back again today. It is Sunday.
No, so it's Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, yeah, I didn't go to work today. That's why I feel like it's Sunday.
I was off
That's so
yesterday.
funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's hilarious. Anyways, what's going on?
Not much, man. I
Eric's
had to go back.
fresh off the Lolita Express.
I don't know what that means.
It's Epstein's plane.
Obviously, I wasn't because I don't know the name of it.
Right.
Young girls are us.
They had you they had you blindfolded.
Hey, then I can plausible deniability. Then
Hey, there you
There
go. Yeah. So what's going on, big guy?
another man just had to go back to work yesterday. I was off yesterday, so I was doing a whole bunch of trolling on the internet. I think me and
Oh,
you,
yeah.
we were trolling.
Yeah,
pretty hardcore.
It's fun.
So today I took a little detour from trolling, and you know,
Sometimes you got to put it down.
sometimes you gotta put it down. But
Gets addicting.
but it was great. It was great. So I'm happy to finally take the trolling to the podcast now.
Hell yeah. Well, today we have a guest. Her name is Wren. She is a new coworker of mine who
Coworkers.
asked me to be on the podcast.
Ooh.
I wouldn't say
actually,
asked,
I
but
didn't.
mentioned
Yeah, no.
you would like to, or you're available to be.
I did my homework.
Yeah.
So-
Make sure you talk right into the mic.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to where my face.
How new is Ren to your job?
A week and a half.
Week and a
Oh,
half.
So what'd you do before what you do now?
Same thing, different capacity,
okay.
different company. Yeah.
So tell
For a
us. Tell us.
corporation, slaving away for a man that didn't have my best interest in mind.
Yeah,
That
men do
happens.
that.
So tell us about yourself. Tell us what you do, relationship status, all the good things.
Okay, well, that's a very loaded question.
It's got a lot of answers.
It does.
Okay, so age.
Age, just turned 40, May 11th.
Okay.
Lordy,
Happy
lordy.
birthday.
Lordy, look who's 40.
Hey.
Lauren is currently single-ish. Got a few friends here and there.
Situationship.
No.
Or just,
no, fortunately, no
fuck
situation.
So that's not like
I mean, I wouldn't even call them that. Like, I would call them possible friends with benefits, yeah.
I got
so.
you.
So the answer is yes. She's single.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So she's single. All right.
Available.
Are you on any dating apps or anything like that?
Well, I have been, but my experience with dating apps has been lackluster, to say the least.
That's usually the answer.
Yeah, that's a hard no for me. That's a swipe left on the dating apps.
So then where'd you meet your potential?
Well, I met her. There's several.
Okay, so
There's not just one. We've got one in Colombia. We've got two in.
Are they all women?
No, only one's a woman.
only one's a woman.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep a good ratio.
Variety. There you
Spice
go.
of life.
A little variety.
So how'd you meet all these potentials?
Well, one, when I was managing a hotel about 10 years ago, he was actually Nikki Haley's private pilot.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He's a lot of fun.
You got some...
He wants me to go to Colombia and check out his latest plane.
Is Nikki Haley...
She was running for president.
She was.
Was she in South Carolina before?
Yeah, she's
Okay,
actually the
I
governor
thought-
of South Carolina. Or
Okay,
was
yeah,
the
yeah,
governor.
that's right.
Yeah.
So you got some government ties?
No.
Shoot us up there to the White House, see what you can do.
I mean, we could definitely get on the plane.
I'm sure there's people dating in the White House.
Oh, I'm sure.
Usually the presidents.
I've got a friend who's the mechanic for Air Force One.
Oh.
Nice. They probably have a few situationships.
And wives.
That's it. Yeah.
And wives.
That's how it goes.
Right. Those are simultaneous.
Yeah.
So what dating apps were you using?
I mean, I think I've tried them all.
Tried them all. Which ones?
Bumble,
what was more your
Hinge,
favorite?
Tinder. I mean, as far as dating goes, aren't you just looking to fuck anyway?
No.
Well, I mean, not always, but you know.
Because I think I tried Bumble and Hinge first when I was like in earnest trying to online date or for the purpose of a relationship. And that never availed any relationship that availed all of the former, not the latter.
It's quite the swamp
right?
Like, especially
Like
when you're
swamp ass.
looking for men. Not that I would know, but
Yeah.
from what we
He's
hear,
like, I would know.
he might. He would know before
about
me.
the man part, but it's not any better on like searching for females
As a
either.
man,
Yeah.
I can figure.
Because all the ones that you kind of are attracted to,
They have like negative personality, or
Negative
like,
personality
it's just
and
like,
or- and or they have so many options that if you don't make their cut,
Right.
they don't even see your like. And then also you get a lot of projection. So then you get a lot of the hurt women that want to talk to
Oh,
you,
yeah.
and they just want to talk to you about their pain. And then it's just like, hey, do you want a relationship? Like, I don't think you're ready.
Isn't that like dating in your 30s though, period? 30s,
Sure.
40s? Like,
Sure.
it's like everybody's got all of their wealth of shitty experiences that
Yeah.
they're bringing to the table, regardless of whether we're just trying to fuck or whether we're
Right.
trying to date.
And then you have the ones that don't get a lot of matches as females, and then they're just
Latch
like,
on.
well, no, they'll try to match with people that they probably shouldn't be met, just like men do too. Like men
Right.
are just like, hey, this chick's way out of my league, but
Okay,
guess
so
what?
we're
I
trying
want
to
try
match
it.
up.
Let me
is
shoot
what
my
you're
shot.
saying. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
like they're trying to
gotcha.
match up, and it's like, "Ugh, I don't know. I think I'm gonna deny this one.
Where did you send that thing at?
Which one?
The outline you wrote.
Oh, I sent it to
'Cause
your
I was-
Gmail, but I have it.
Okay, that's
I
cool.
have it pulled up.
There you go.
So you're not on dating apps, but what's the dating scene look like for you, even though you got all these situationships going on?
Well, and they're not situationships. I have one nice
actually, like-
lady friend.
Are you looking for somebody, or you just don't really care
I'm
right
definitely
now?
looking for like a real relationship.
Yeah.
But I have found throughout my experience on dating apps and otherwise that that's not really the MO to find your person.
Do you have like bars and stuff that you frequent, or
I do.
yeah?
I do.
You live in Charlotte?
I live in Charlotte, yep. And I sing, and
You sing, huh?
I do.
Nice.
I play drums, and
Wow.
so I usually end up meeting people through music.
Okay,
Yep.
that's pretty cool.
So you just go to like Amos.
No, fuck no.
No, you don't go to-
We end up singing at like GWR, NODA, Common Market,
What's
Oakwall,
GWR?
Great Wagon Road Distilling.
Oh, never been there.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Oh man,
I've been to all the others.
If you
though.
like whiskey, that's one to go to.
Common
Okay.
Market, I've done stand up there a couple times.
Common Market's fun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
got good acoustics too. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the question then, even with all these, whatever you place them under this umbrella of your definitions of situationship
People
or not.
that we have interest in possibly forming a real relationship with, but at current they have shit going on, or
Do they know about all your other shits going on?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So they don't care about the other little
well,
shits.
I mean, I keep it above board. To actually be available for the real shit, you have to be transparent about what you're doing.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
I mean, but do you think you owe that to them?
I just keep owing it to myself. Like,
Okay.
I keep a certain standard of like, I expect this from other people, so that's what I do.
Okay. But if you expect it of yourself, how can you put that expectation on other people? Because that just might be yours.
No, it's just you do what you expect other people to do. So, like, if I am full disclosure with you, I expect you to be full disclosure with me. It's not a projection. In
Do
that respect.
unto others as you want done to
Right,
you.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's a golden rule. It's just some
Basically.
people don't have rules.
That's kind of how I operate in life. I'm also a single mother of 3 beautiful children.
Oh, okay.
So
What
okay,
ages?
19, 16, and 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. And did they come from a divorce or 3
Two.
baby daddies, 7 baby daddies? And
Two.
just, okay.
2 marriages.
7 and 3 kids.
2 marriages. I mean, sure, 7 baby daddies and 2 baby mamas and like an au pair somewhere in there.
And a spare tire on the couch.
I mean,
Right.
it's 2024.
As long as she's doing the fucking dishes,
That's
I'm
right,
good with
yeah.
it.
All right. So, what are you looking for in a partner right now since you have kind of a vast variety of options?
Well, I mean, what am I looking for in a partner?
What is your ideal
So are we talking personality characteristics? Are we
All the
talking
above.
like career? You got to narrow it down. a
No,
little
we
bit.
don't have to narrow it down because your
Okay.
partner will meet all of those things. So what are you looking for in a
Because
partner?
we could just give this broad description of seeks men for travel adventures,
Sure.
So, do you have
possible polyamorous adventures.
do you have a finance money?
A financial like standard.
Yeah,
Like they have to make a
financial
certain amount of
standard.
money.
No, you don't care.
Unfortunately, I tend to end up with men who are either like super financially well off or like broke as fuck.
Yeah, there's no
Because
in
the stoner broke boys are the best lovers. Let's just throw that out there. Okay.
They got more time to think.
I mean, and they spend more time giving it to you right. So
That's an interesting fact.
it is, isn't it?
I'd rather be a broke stoner boy than.
I'd rather be good in the bedroom than have
and not have any
a
cash.
stock portfolio.
Yeah. All right. So how many of these side pieces do you have?
Well, there are 2 main men and 1 lovely lady.
Okay, so 3. Now, because you wanted us to go into a more detailed, like what
Questions, yeah.
instead of like a broad spectrum,
Yeah.
I'm guessing all 3 of them are completely different from each other.
Actually, yes.
Yeah. So does that mean
We've
like
got the super wealthy, tycoon airplane.
You got
pilot
the rich guy, the broke
with
guy,
the
and you
stock
got a girl.
options. We've got the broke stoner musician guy, and then we've got
Awesome.
the hot, moderately well-off
Fuck
single
yeah.
mom.
okay,
Yeah.
so with that, which one do you think has more potential and why couldn't that be your partner?
Broke stoner boy.
Okay, but why?
Why couldn't he be my partner? Well, let's get into that, okay? This is unpacking, and I might have to pour more wine for this because the last time I was on a dating app was when we first broke up, because we were together, in a formal relationship for about a year, and then he, of course, in the stoner proclivity of things was, we were just to the point where we were going to move in together and like consolidate lives and thrive together and all that shit. And then he was like, well, I don't know about living with all the kids too. I was like, because he has 2 grown children.
All 3 of your kids live with you?
They do have full custody of all 3. Yeah.
Okay. And then he has full custody of his 2?
No, he has joint custody, but they're grown. They're
Yeah.
out of the house. But so my first rendezvous back on a dating app, of course, I was like, Facebook dating. Let's fuck with that. And that was the worst idea ever. This very beautiful, spiritual Asheville bitch approached me. And you know how you can only see the first name on a Facebook dating app?
I never tried Facebook dating. I hear it sucks, though.
It's
horrible.
trash. It was
bad.
the worst experience ever.
Okay.
And so it ends up after, we've been talking on Facebook dating, we exchange phone numbers, we go for this lovely weekend retreat in the mountains, and she tells me her maiden name. Well, little did I know that she was, in fact, my ex's ex-wife.
Holy
She
wow.
catfished the fuck out of me.
Whoa!
And then, I was like, after I put it together, I was like, you're her.
Yeah.
Was this your ex-husband?
No, this is
Just an
my,
ex-boyfriend?
The stoner- the
current
stoner guy.
stoner,
The current
yeah,
stoner
the current-
guy's ex-wife.
Yes, yeah,
And it's
yeah,
his.
yeah.
So you
yeah.
and the
Did you know the
stoner
stoner
boy-
guy before her? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
you did.
So
Yeah,
Never
no, we
mind,
were
my bad.
together
Yeah.
for like a year before that. Yeah.
You and the stoner guy are Eskimo brothers.
Yeah.
I got a
Fuck.
couple Eskimo brothers.
Do you?
No, actually, no, because I didn't do her. I could have, but I didn't. We ate a bunch of mushrooms together, and then her darkness revealed itself, and I put together that she was his ex-wife.
So
And
she was like, did you ever
she was
ask her?
legit
like-
catfishing me, and
so
then
she was doing this to kind of get back at him.
oh
and,
yeah, Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
let's unpack
And
this because this is great.
Right.
But
I know.
before you say that, though, like, what do you mean catfishing? Like,
I feel
was
like
she not the person
I feel
that?
like she knew who I was before I knew who she was.
See, to
right?
me, that's pure manipulation, pure diabolical.
She was baiting. It was
Yeah.
diabolical as fuck, and
That's amazing.
It was absolutely awful.
No, this is not awful. This is great.
I mean, this is great material.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just let's pause for a second. All right. So meet her on Facebook dating. So you've never, at this point, it's not fake pictures, right?
No, they were
Okay.
just
That's
like
why I asked about
recent
the catfishing.
pictures. They were recent pictures, and I had only seen her older pictures. And I was like, she looks familiar, but she also looks like every hippie bitch in Nashville.
Yeah.
So that was
Okay.
not a.
Okay. So you guys are chatting online.
Right.
This is your first meeting.
Our first
meeting.
hangout.
Our first hangout.
Actually, we met in Asheville for lunch. When I was up there, my son was going to school up there. Afterwards, he decided he's going to be an entrepreneur, left school, yada, yada. Anyway, so we'd hung out once before. I was like, okay, well, let's have a nice weekend in the mountains.
So you met one time, and then you planned a mountain getaway.
Yeah.
So at that first meet, nothing struck as familiar to you.
No. Well, I mean, kind of, but not really.
But do you think
just
you
couldn't
would?
put
She
it
was
together.
giving me her maiden last name the
Right,
whole
right,
time.
sure.
And I'm like,
But I mean,
and
honestly.
apparently legally her last name is still Stoner Boy's last name.
So
Yeah.
what'd you do when you found out? Did you say anything?
hold on, we're jumping the gun.
Okay,
We're jumping
well, I'm
the
Okay,
sorry.
Hold on.
he's detailed
Yeah,
already
keep going.
on this.
So
Okay.
you're on this date. Things are going great. You've got the lust eyes because I'm sure
yeah.
she's hitting all the marks. So
I mean,
she's giving you the
definitely.
maiden name, and you see the familiarity, but you're just like, oh yeah, but
I'm
I
like,
really
but
just
that's
want
not
to.
your name, It
I
could,
really just want to eat this chick right now. So, anyways,
yes, basically.
you hold your tongue literally.
I did.
and you come come
Literally
back.
and metaphorically.
Yeah. Then you invite her for a weekend trip in the mountains. Is this in Asheville?
Yeah.
Okay. How many days was this weekend trip?
2 days, 1 night.
2 days, 1 night. Okay. Talk day one. What's going on?
Day one, I get there. We go to this lovely antique mall. We find a bunch of cool clothes. We go visit the skate park. That should have been my clue number one because he's a semi-professional skateboarder. So that should have been like, oh, she's intrigued with skate park. Or no. Put the
Was he at the skate park at that time?
No. He lives in Charlotte.
But also she's probably thinking, oh, I mean, I like skaters because he's like, so it's kind of bringing like this nostalgic, like, hey,
Right,
but it's
like,
a woman. It's
like,
like
but,
a
but it's
movie.
like cool, like
Yeah.
we're having a great time. We go to this organic winery. We sample some delicious wines.
Pause. Rane. She just set a date that no man would ever plan.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
Am I ever
For
going to take a
sure.
woman to an antique, antique shop and then, hey, let's go skateboarding and then an organic wine?
Yeah, that's
Like, no, we're going to go to a brewery.
that is so Asheville.
that is
of
straight
her.
up lesbian Asheville fucking
Which
date.
is, I'm totally intrigued.
which I was like, we had never talked about, like, she never told me that she was married before either. So
Did you ask?
I did, and she lied, and she lied. See,
Yeah,
that
she
was
already
where the
knew.
whole catfishing comes in, and
so this is all hindsight 2020. So let's go
Yeah.
back to you have no idea. So she lied, said she was never married. You're at this antique shop, you go skateboarding. Now you're at this organic wine.
we go organic winery
Because wine comes from trees and grapes, and guess where that comes? The ground, which
vaginas
is
of trees.
so they're all organic. All right.
I'm gonna have to start drinking more wine.
Yeah, they're all
Get them
organic.
tree vaginas.
The tree vaginas. I mean, they're giving.
So after the winery, what happens?
After that, we go back to the Airbnb, which I paid for, of course, because I'm a sugar daddy.
She a broke ass skater bitch?
No, she's a broke ass seamstress. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
what?
either
A
one.
I
seamstress?
was
What's
in it
seamstress?
for the
Like sewing?
intellectual. Yeah,
Oh.
I was in it for the intellectual,
So-
spiritual connection.
It almost
The
reminds
real shit is the shit that you probably shouldn't date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she kind of reminds me of
It's
like
like
someone who's like house hunting, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a house that's like 1.4 million, and I'm a
Or, like,
butterfly,
Portland
and I'm a butterfly
squatters.
hand model." She's a seamstress.
Yeah.
Seamstress.
Yeah, I can't even say it because it doesn't exist.
I don't know how you didn't know
It
what that
doesn't
was.
exist in the real world.
No, see, she agrees. It doesn't
It's not a
exist.
viable profession if you can't pay taxes on it.
I already like her. All right. So she goes back. She probably wants to knit you something in the Airbnb. So keep going.
Actually, she helped me repair my dress. I was wearing this dress that had a neck strap that broke. So we
I
go to
got that.
Yeah, we go to her house and she's like, "Oh, well, I've got the perfect da da da," and of course I'm like getting half naked in her room for her to repair this dress and whatnot.
Isn't that what girls normally do?
I mean,
Like
not in your 30s and 40s, like
No?
in your fuck girl days, you know, like. But I mean, I'm not a gym girl either, so like gym girls, I feel like they definitely are like, you know.
Showing off their gym bodies,
It's all out, yeah,
slinging their tits around.
for sure.
Okay.
With the post-workout sweat too.
Should make a
Got-
strip called a strip club called Slinging Titties.
Slinging titties. Yeah.
I love it. I love
or just
it.
like a Twin Peaks type restaurant called Slinging Titties.
Slinging
There you
Titties.
go. Because that's
Or
what they're
call them
basically.
slingers.
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 Sling-
Now that's,
And then they'd be
that's
like-
the nomenclature.
Be like, so why do you
There
guys? So why do you guys
Yeah.
call them slingers? Because they sling in the titties. All right.
I would only hire 80-year-old women so they
Nice.
actually sling around.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
That could be
that's
interesting.
fair.
Well,
But then we could just call them nears.
Draggers.
No,
And then they
Jesus.
could have a gravity burger. Because
Gravity burger. I mean, if all of the meals were named, yes, that sound effect needed to be
Yeah.
there.
That's awesome.
all right,
Okay.
so
Gravity burgers.
you're slinging your tits around at this point, right? At this Airbnb. I'm
Not
sure
like slingers. We
Not like
we don't
slingers.
dangle.
we don't dangle.
We
Okay.
don't dangle.
So you're not slinging your dangles around.
Nope. But yeah, the girls were out. The
Okay.
girls were out.
And-
And then we go back to the Airbnb.
But there's nothing sexual going on. She's just fixing your seam.
There was a kiss or two.
A kiss or two. Okay.
No,
All right.
there was some grazing.
So how was she able to fix your?
Or grazing and groping the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Yes. Grazing.
I'm glad I
It's
asked.
a little subtler terminology.
Little nipple.
No, actually.
nipple twist
no, I was
action.
Just like, yeah, let me fix your strap.
Okay. All right. So she's doing that, and it's just like, oh, so it's kind of like a ghost thing.
It
like,
is. It's like, I'm fixing your dress. I'm molding
It's
your
just like,
pottery.
yeah, I'm selling
Like,
the pottery.
yeah, yeah.
And she's just like, here, let me
Molding
help.
your
yeah.
pottery.
Yeah.
I'm building your cabinet box.
Do girls want to see the areola just as much as men?
Yeah. I mean, we got to make sure the ratio is right.
Ooh.
I wish I had a picture of your face just then.
His
asked-
eyes.
I asked that question. He's like,
Yes, they do. Really? Yes, they
No,
do.
because I'm just like, wait, is she about to say the ratio? And she did.
I did.
Because that's what I'm like, oh, those are pepperonis.
That's funny.
I mean, because the ratio can't be off. Like,
You're right. If they're
you're-
pepperonis, then yeah, no.
Well, and if they're pepperonis and then you have a tiny
Yeah.
actual nipple.
yeah.
I like the salami nipples. And fucking just lay it on me. Like laying a piece of fucking
So
bologna.
you want like half of the boob to be
Yeah,
areola.
like, I wanna be
and-
able to-
And nipples that like you can like jerk
I want to be able
off.
to take your nipple and your areola and go to bed and cover myself
like
up at night.
sling it over your shoulder. He's down for the Slingers restaurant. As soon as it opens, he's gonna be
We've
there
got-
with the
I said the areola, not the boob.
salami areolas
I'm
over
just
the
kinda-
shoulder.
I'm kind of thinking of slingers, and then we have an areola burger, but it's made out of salami and pepperoni, and people are like, oh my gosh, what is this? Be like,
I
"Oh,
swear you could put the word areola with anything and it'd be fucking funny.
well, with our
It
secret
is.
areola sauce instead of aioli.
and a little cup of milk to go with it.
Yeah. You know what? We've bantered a little bit too much. Let's keep. All right, so you go
Yeah,
back to the
go ahead.
Airbnb.
Keep going. I'm gonna stop that video real
If we
quick.
go back to the Airbnb,
All right, so you go back to the Airbnb. Don't worry about him.
Okay, and they actually had our names written on a little sign because the host and hostess were absolutely awesome, and they had Sue Ellen and Lauren written in chalk on the little chalk sign, and
Okay.
it was off from the start, right? Airbnb guy host is there. He comes out. He's got his dog and his puppies, and his dog and his puppies are like, he's like, yeah, I'm glad you guys aren't hookers. And I was like, oh, this is a bad start. I just ate some mushroom chocolates. This is not going to be a good night. Like,
I would have fucked with him and be like, how do you know one of us isn't?
I was like, hey, we might be filming OnlyFans down here.
Yeah.
That's not your business.
Exactly. I'm renting this shut up, dude.
Right. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So
I bet you they were swingers and he was just like,
they could have been, but he never introduced the wife. So I feel like it was self-motivated.
maybe she's a cuck.
Could be.
Could be.
We
need to investigate this more.
We do. I mean, I it's on my Airbnb history.
There you go.
Let's go back.
Yeah. Okay,
We'll just
so-
bring a crowd up there, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you guys are definitely hookers."
So at the Airbnb, nothing sexual happens. Maybe some more areola,
No.
nipple play, nothing.
No, nothing sexual. She proceeds to drink most of my wine, and then
Did you only bring one bottle?
No, you never bring one bottle.
You only brought one bottle today.
Well,
That's because the other one's in the car.
We go for 2 hours, not one.
I'm not trying. Well, 1 hour for me, one bottle is
I would
more.
be royally fucked if I drank two bottles of wine.
Really?
Wine gets me going.
Yeah.
Beer gets me like
Yeah.
trash.
Well-
I don't know why. It's an adult metabolism thing.
So
After 35, beer fucked with me.
so day 2.
After 35 beers,
Okay,
it fucks
so,
with me.
but no, let's get to the goods of the story. The
Okay.
goods of the story occurred after the mushroom chocolates, after dealing with the sketchy
So this happens
Airbnb
day-
house.
so-
Day
so-
one,
day
it
one,
all
night
comes to light.
Okay.
Right. So eat the mushroom chocolates, go to the show. We're meeting up with one of her younger Earth Fair co-workers.
Oh, Jesus.
So not only does she sew, but she works at Earth Fair.
Right.
That's why-
Because we got a supplement that
Does
seamstress
she smell like
income.
patchouli oil too?
Yes.
God, how'd you? That's why you didn't fuck her.
Well, no.
That's why I wouldn't have fucked her.
I didn't.
I really
No.
imagine like
I wish that I did.
I
wish
imagine-
that I did, just so that like when what happens at the end of the story happened, I could have been like, yeah, I
bet
fucked
she-
her and it was trash.
I bet you only used one towel in that place too, because she probably didn't take a shower.
She did.
Oh,
She had
good.
dreads?
She's a
No.
clean hippie.
damn. So my image of her is no.
She had what?
I thought she had dreads. I was like, oh, if she had dreads,
I'm sure I have pictures.
That's okay.
Anyway,
I don't,
keep going.
I don't think I carry the right tools for her.
So we go to the New Belgium brewery to meet up with her Earth Fair coworker. I could immediately sense that the vibe was off, and I was like, what's going on here? Who is this? Well, and her younger coworker was super hot, and I was like, are you guys banging? Like,
Yeah.
are you guys banging? Like, is this my competition?
Yeah.
25-year-old chick and me. Okay. So by that point, the mushrooms had started to kick in. And then we're going to the show, which was absolutely excellent. We go to the show, get into the show. Younger chick starts freaking out on mushrooms. She's having a bad trip. Like, she's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm like, she's been in the bathroom for about 45 minutes now. Should we go check on her? We go to check on her. She's gone. We can't find her anywhere. So thus begins like me having insight into the darkness of her personality.
All right. So
And it was just like, I could see this, like, I was like, who are you? Like, I'm really questioning who I'm with right now, because I was having a great time at the show.
And at this
Girl
point, you didn't know
disappeared.
yet.
Did not know, but had a little suspicion, you know.
yeah.
It was a little bit.
All right. So so the mask is starting to come off.
Like
Right.
a suspicion that
The
she was
veil
your ex's ex, or you just kind of.
A little bit of
It was starting to
both.
come
like,
to you
it was
that-
like, I'm not gonna fuck you because your energy is dark and weird, and
So
also
what made
you
her-
might be that Sue Ellen that my ex used
Population
to
would be a lot
married.
lower if men thought
Why
like
is
that.
Ian messaging me anyway? So we are at the show, blah, 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 can't find other chick. And I'm like, I could tell that she's starting to freak out. And I'm like starting to have a bad time because I'm like, oh, shit. Well, okay, well, let's just go get naked in the hot tub. You know? That'll solve all the problems.
Sounds like a plan.
It usually
Okay.
does, right? Like, let's just go relax, get naked in the hot tub. It'll be a good time.
Okay, so me and Rane are naked in the hot tub with you guys.
So I have to drive on mushrooms all the way up to the
I always
top
get
of the
boners in hot
mountain.
tubs. I don't know why. Even if I'm not horny, I get boners in hot tubs.
I mean, it's something about the jets
Maybe-
and like
well,
the
yeah,
heat of the water,
maybe.
you know, something like that.
Benny and the Jets.
I could fucking pick up a damn
That was a good joke.
cruise
was.
ship with the hot tub boner. Anyways,
Okay.
All right, we're coming in rock hard from the SS Rane.
literally.
All right. So you're in this hot tub, naked eating Cheetos.
Naked drinking wine. She, of course, sets her wine glass on the side of the hot tub. It falls down in between the owner's house and the hot tub, breaks all over the concrete. I'm like, this isn't going well. I'm starting to have bad feelings
So
about what's going on.
she's
here.
tripping in the
I'm
hot tub.
tripping too, and I'm just like looking at her like, you're not really who I thought you were. Like, what is this? I don't like where this is going.
I think I'm gonna call my mom.
And your tits are not like we've got a lopsided scenario
Oh, shit.
going on. We were naked in the hot tub, but it was like I was like,
She had a half a titty, like a half gallon of milk and
well, I
a
mean,
full gallon.
we had a slinger and a
winger.
zinger.
A zinger.
A winger, okay, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we had one down here and one.
We've already got half a menu.
And I was like, yeah, no. There
We
you go.
do.
That's a good menu.
Just make sure we serve rolls at the beginning.
Anyway, this transposes to I get her weird vibes, and I'm like, all right, well, how about I just give you a massage and we'll go to sleep? And of course, she proceeds to, stay fully naked. I'm looking and I'm like, meh, well, glad your personality did not vibe with me wanting to do because your body did not either.
Okay.
So I didn't.
All right. So I have I need some clarification on
Okay.
her dark sides coming out. Explain to us, like, maybe concisely some of the darkness that you saw.
So we were like dancing, and then she didn't know where her friend was. This was at the show.
Girls do so much on dates. Like, they fucking went all these places and they're dancing and massages and with the hot tub.
I
Like,
mean,
Jesus.
this might be why men are not doing well with dating. I think we might have figured something out.
We
here.
broke a fucking code here.
We did.
I'm still not going
that
to give
might
anybody
be-
a massage, but
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
What do you mean?
one, I don't want to be touched, and I don't want to just sit there and like.
that is not conducive to dating.
That's fine. And then I guess I will
You
be
don't
single.
wanna
alone.
date.
You
He
really
doesn't
are
wanna
gay,
date.
aren't you? You really are gay.
Even gay men massage, okay?
Eric is gay
You really-
04@gmail.com.
It's real.
It's a real email.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyways,
Okay, so you're
Okay.
so you're dancing.
We're dancing, and she like
Do
her-
lesbians get? You're not a lesbian, but do women get? Do
Do you get turned on by dancing?
Lady boners, like if she's like
my
grinding up
clit get
against
hard
you.
when I'm dancing. With
Yeah,
it.
and like they feel a poke.
I mean, it for a woman, it's like they'll like jam their thigh in between your legs.
Yeah.
It's like the thigh humping.
Yeah,
thing.
and then if
That's
you're
what
wearing
women do?
jeans, so then if she's wearing
if
a
I'm
skirt,
dancing with her, I'm gonna have her like legs positioned on
Holy
either side of my
shit.
thigh.
It just
so I'm gonna
reminds
be
me
like
of Superbad.
thigh humping her.
like
With the
she's
blood on the
wearing
pants.
jeans,
Yep.
and then she's wearing a skirt.
except
and then
my
the
dick's not down one side of my pants.
well, mine and Rain's is, so
I
that's
mean,
why.
left or right.
I mean, I'm
left.
I'm just straight down. Sometimes I got to move it.
I'm a lefty.
You're a lefty.
Yeah.
It just depends. Like
Depends on the pants, is what
Yeah.
I've heard.
depends on the pants.
Did you wear?
No, I didn't,
Why?
because I thought we were going to be outside.
I'm so glad that we're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right. So she's dancing, and we're taking a photo. Hey.
Hey.
Witness protection.
Shut up, sign NDA here. Yeah.
All right. So what's happening in this grind session?
In this grind session, she's expressing that she wants to go smoke a cigarette with her friend, and I'm like,
Okay,
I'm out now.
Okay. All right. So no
I
smokers.
no longer don't want to. Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. So that's part of the dark side. She smokes. What else?
It was just the
Hold on,
energy.
that's not a part of the dark side. What is?
I mean, it wasn't the smoking.
What is
it was
the dark
just like
side?
she was like, "I want to smoke," and then she was all paranoid about like everything that was going on inside.
Did she smoke?
Like,
Are you talking about weed or cigarettes?
No, I'm talking about cigarettes.
Okay.
Smoking weed probably would have chilled her out a little.
Well, I was gonna say you said paranoid, so
No,
you just kinda threw me.
she was like from the mushrooms. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, no. So she was getting this dark vibe after eating mushrooms, right? Oh, thank you. And
Somebody's phone's going off.
Sorry, I turned the ringer off.
That's all right. We won't find you this time.
Her vibe just immediately like de-escalated into this dark place of like
She was just having a bad
I'm
trip.
worried about she was,
Okay.
but it was because of what mostly only people who have like unresolved trauma have bad trips. What I later came to the conclusion of was that she was actually trying to catfish me, which is why she ended up having a bad trip, because I was just like, they're like shiny, dancy,
Yeah.
But she had
I
a
got
lot
us
on her
this
mind.
nice Airbnb, like, let's, have a good time. And she was legitimately setting me up to go to her ex-husband and be like, yeah, your ex was trying to fuck me.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
So after day 2.
Okay, after day 2, we both agreed that it wasn't a vibe.
Okay.
2 days later, I get a call from my ex stoner boyfriend.
Stoner boy. Okay.
Well, he is still kind of, I guess, my stoner boyfriend, whatever. And he's like, yeah, so I heard you and Sue Ellen had a hot weekend in the mountains. And I was like, what? I was like, bitch, you outed me? Like, how do you out me when it's your ex-husband? Like, I definitely could have mentioned that I kind of put it together, but I kind of didn't until that point.
I just want to point out you said a name there. Do you want me to take that out?
No, Sue Ellen's fine.
No, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, there's probably only one Sue Ellen in the whole fucking
in
country.
Asheville. She's up there being broke and destroying lives.
It doesn't matter anyway because I always forget.
It's okay.
Hopefully her name is DeVille. Sue
DeVille.
Ellen DeVille. Kind of like
That's
Cruella.
good. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's a good-
cheers on
good
that one.
Lesbian hot
So
clam jam
Okay,
of a
so-
name.
Wannabe.
she told you her maiden name. Did you ever find out her last name like day 2?
No.
Okay,
No,
so
I didn't find out
until Stoner Boy.
Oh, he's the one
It's
that
like,
let you know.
because she went and told him
Oh,
that.
You were trying to
Fuck
have
her.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun with her.
That
so she lied.
she lied.
But
on
you found
every
out
account.
before he brought it up to you.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So that's how you
No,
found
I was
out.
totally catfished and like in
But
the
that's
dark.
that's how you found out that was his ex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
it was awful. I felt so bad. I was like, well, first of all, I didn't know
Well, you didn't know. It's not your
Right,
fault.
right.
that she was this, right? Second of all, I didn't fuck her because it wasn't a vibe. And third of all, like, I was really sad that I spent all that money on this romantic weekend that
wasn't romantic,
I didn't get
right?
shit out of it.
right.
We got
That's
a
a
slinger
bummer.
and a zinger, and that was about it.
Yeah. So when Stoner Boy told you, how did he kind of react during this conversation? Like, I
Oh,
didn't
he
know.
was pissed.
Really?
He was like we didn't talk for a good 3 weeks afterwards.
Yeah, he was pissed, even though you didn't know.
He didn't know that I didn't know.
Why didn't you tell him?
I did. No,
But he didn't believe you?
Of course, he didn't believe me.
So he believed that you actually fucked her, and
She like mind melded him into believing that I already knew.
sounds about right.
Right.
That's interesting.
That it
I
was
mean,
all-
if she can manipulate,
she manipulated him into
so,
like
yeah,
staying
exactly.
married
That's
to
what
her
I'm saying.
for 10 years.
and
Yeah,
that's,
no, it was the
and
whole
that's
thing.
the whole
It was
gist.
awful.
That's the whole gist. Is
Yeah.
like if she can manipulate her by her lies and her schemes. Just it's pure diabolical that it's easy for her. She already has him because
Right.
in some sense,
Because they share children.
exactly.
Right.
So she
Like,
could say anything.
She's
like,
already got him wrapped around the finger, metaphorically and literally.
yeah. So
That bitch.
yeah,
bitch.
yeah, she is.
Fuck you, Sue Ellen, if you're listening.
Yeah, she is straight diabolical. Yeah, I've met a few diabolical women. She's definitely one of them.
All my exes were diabolical.
All right, so I guess then a deal breaker for you is not only smoking. You need to be able to handle your drugs.
It's really just lying. Like, don't lie to me. I don't care who you are, or what you do, or what your financial status is. You know, I just want. I prefer to approach dating with my darkness on the cuff.
Okay.
I want you to
Explain
give
that.
me, I want you to give me your dirty shit up front, like what you're bad at, what you might do that's taboo. Oh, I'm broke, whatever it is, you know, just throw that out there to begin with, and then we can decide if we still want to pursue dating
Right.
after we've given each other our dark truths,
Yeah.
right? I like that. I like that model of dating more so than like, let me give you the sunshine and rainbows and pictures with the fucking filters and all that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let's just lay out the real.
So would you say that
Nuts and
that
bolts
date was
first.
probably your most interesting date, or do you have another interesting date?
Well, I mean, I have tons.
Okay.
That was.
I mean, I
That's
have,
vague.
I have a lot of people that try and date me. There are not a lot of people that I date.
Okay. Why is that?
I would say that being single at almost 40 and being a single mom, a lot of people don't want, you know, the fact that I have my tube side and I can't produce you children should we date and fall in love. That's a thing for men.
Definitely, yeah.
Men that are dating in their 40s are like, oh, yeah, I've never been married. I want to have a kid. And I'm like, well,
So let me ask you
baby
this.
machine's off. So,
So let me ask you this:
I was fixed when I was 30 years old.
good for you. Cheers to you, buddy. Good for you.
so there is
Smooth move.
there is this like
It was.
this growing kind of trend of women your age or my age that see it as a red flag if he is our age and never married, no kids.
Well, and it kind of in a lot of ways is though. If you haven't sustained an emotional partnership, at least, like you don't have to be a dad, but if you haven't like entertained the idea of sharing your life with someone in the way that you're cohabitating and sharing finances, then you really don't know a lot of what that looks like.
Yeah, do you think that it's more of a commitment thing for them than too? Like that would be the actual red flag, like a commitment issue?
I don't know if you could put it to just that, but
Okay.
I
So you
think
think
I
it's
think
much
it would
deeper?
be broader than that. But
Okay.
but that would be one point of the
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so dating in your 40s, single mother, there's a lot of men that try to hit you up because they want to put their baby gravy in you.
Or they want to cheat on their wives with me, or they, you know, want to entertain the idea of like a
A threesome?
sugar baby or a threesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you seem pretty open. So I guess
I mean, because I had always, you know, in my most honest truth, like entertained the idea of being monogamous with both a man and a woman. Like
that's not monogamous. Like that's totally a different.
I mean, but monogamy to each of those people, right? Like
No.
we can be polyamorous and monogamous. Like if we have these,
How do those two things
if
go
we
together?
have these three people that we're only interacting
throuple.
with these three people,
So a
that's
throuple.
So
like
those
a
three are
form
monogamous
of
to each other.
Trinogamy. What's the word for that?
I would just say a
Throuple.
throuple.
Okay.
So you would say that you would really enjoy dating a woman and dating a man, and those two are also dating while you two are dating.
I would say that I wouldn't enjoy dating, that we would all have like a mutual agreement of love, affection, and
Would all of you live together
yeah, why not?
and
Okay.
sleep
And
in the
then-
same bed?
Right. So like it's
We could,
almost
yeah.
so it's almost like he's
Or we could
sleeping
all
with
sleep
you.
separate because you snore and she kicks and what the fuck ever.
He gets boners.
So
Yeah.
So he sleeps with you, but can he also sleep with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, throuple. Yeah.
I think that's a good definition.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me define
Yeah.
that.
We need a whiteboard in here.
I needed that.
or what
yes,
the
can we
Mormons-
please have a flow chart of how this There's a little whiteboard. What's it?
or what the Mormons would call polygamy.
Well, no, because I'm not having any children, and she shouldn't be either. We've got enough children.
But children doesn't equal polygamy. I mean, and the thing is he would probably get more in trouble than you two if there was ever like a legality.
I mean,
thing
it
going on.
depends. Do we live in Utah? Because no one gets in trouble in Utah.
It's illegal there, but that's all right.
It
It's
is illegal, but no one gets in trouble. Yeah.
Right. So okay, so that is like that's what you want.
That's your ideal.
No. I mean, ideally, I just want to be with one person that has the same goals and, wants to thrive in life together. Isn't that what everyone's goal is?
With your
like if we have a woman that we love too, that's a nice sideline, but the primary focus, that's why I don't think polygamy is accurate, because my primary focus is like I'm oriented more towards loving a man than loving a woman. Women are usually more of a sexual objection, like not objection but object.
Okay, so you think the women are the sexual
I just want to
objects?
eat your pussy, and like when I want to, and I don't really want you to sleep
get
in my
there,
bed,
I get it. Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And if he wants to fuck you, that's cool too, but not like, I don't know. It's complicated.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But given my level of experience, it's not complicated. Like after you get to a certain plateau of dating and sex and marriage and children, it's like very different. Like how you think about.
So with everything you
can't
just said,
tell our boss anything.
with everything you just said, could you see yourself like settling down with just one man and
Yes,
nobody else,
yes.
and not going outside of
I
that?
would not see myself settling down with one woman. So
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
women are so you're using women as objects essentially.
yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted.
Apparently, they do the same to me, as I've recently discovered.
I'm just saying
so-
that I only
enough, right?
I wasn't trying to trap or anything. I just
No,
wanted
no.
to see if that is kind of what maybe some women who are bisexual look at other women.
So, have either of you experienced a relationship with a bisexual woman where you were
My ex-wife,
okay? How long were you married?
13 years.
Okay, that's valid.
Yeah. Did I know she was bisexual? No.
Oh,
Did she know she was bisexual? I don't know.
More than likely.
More than likely.
more than likely, but maybe it wasn't something that she'd explored.
Yeah. I mean, she's exploring it now.
Well, good.
But,
good
yeah,
for her
yeah.
and good for you, I guess.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
no hard feelings. It's cool.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Oh, is this an interview of Eric?
This is just an interjection.
Okay. What am I looking for?
Because I need to know the male perspective of, like, would you be happy with one woman?
Oh,
You
yeah.
should listen to that stupid dating show.
Yeah, you should listen.
have.
Yeah. What episode did you listen to?
Kama Sutra.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just a video, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Did
I
you
was-
listen to the episode that I sent you?
I didn't.
I knew you wouldn't.
I
That's
didn't have time. To
God
be fair.
almighty.
Okay.
You got all the fucking time. You listen to music all damn day. You could be playing our podcast.
I could have.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'm
To be
definitely-
fair, Ian was barking in my ear all day.
Oh, yeah, he does that.
So I am looking for strictly monogamous. I wouldn't entertain a polyamorous relationship.
Right.
If she was bisexual, I'm fine with that. If she wanted to explore her bisexualness and go out, then I would say, okay, well, that's
This
not
isn't
for me.
gonna work for
this
you.
Isn't
Yeah.
it's not if we're in a relationship.
Right,
like if
right.
we're in a talking stage and she's like, hey, went on a date with a woman tonight, and it's like you guys like if we're
Isn't
not
that the weirdest part of dating in general right now, though? Like this talking phase, this dating phase.
sure.
It's like, how do you even delineate like where this stops and that begins?
well, we're in a bigger, better deal culture, and I think that the
For
problem
sure.
The problem with that,
Fast culture.
yeah, it's fast. It's right now. Everybody wants, or everybody
Instant
thinks
gratification.
the
Like,
grass is always greener on the
Yeah.
other side.
I want to fuck this now, so I'm going out tonight. And yeah.
Right, and then it happens, then they come crawling back.
Right.
And
And
then it's like, oh, I know
Can
my
I
worth.
accept that?
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for, is strictly monogamous. If you're asking me like what I'm looking for in a woman, I mean, we could be here all night. So
Okay, now though you got to narrow that down a little bit. So what are you looking for in a woman as far as like relationship qualities? It doesn't have to be like what she does with their life, or
yeah, so they have to be very independent, as in like they don't need a man, they want a man.
right.
That man only adds to their happiness. It's not like I'm adding.
You know what's weird is that most men, when they get that, they're like, "Oh, that's a lot."
Yeah, it's because they're emotionally
because I
immature.
am that woman.
Yeah, they're
I'm like,
emotionally
that's what
immature.
I want a man to want in a woman.
Yeah. So I'm strictly on that. I don't need them to. I need them to intellectually challenge me, but not in such a way that we agree upon everything. It's more of, I don't want to know it, basically everything about your job, because if we have something that we do totally different, I
Right.
can learn from you every single day that you come home and I say, hey, how was your day?
And you tell
and
me
they
about
explain,
it.
and then
Yeah.
I could then ask questions like, so how do you do that?
Yeah.
And and it's not, and that we actually disagree. I would love somebody that is able
It's not
to
competitive.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
we are able to agree to disagree on stupid stuff like, do animals have souls? Bam. We are just disagreeing on a fundamental level,
Right.
but we are agreeing to disagree that this is a subject that we just don't see eye to eye, but we respect each other's opinions. And bam, and that's the open-mindedness I'm
That's
looking
such
for.
a hard thing to find.
Right, it is.
It's such a hard thing
And it
to
is
find people
because-
that are like able to accept that I want to be with someone who has their own fucking opinions.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want
I
that.
don't want you to be a robot that's just like, yes, you like that? I love
Right.
it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Which then goes into my third standard, is they have to have their own identity. They have to know who they are, and they love who they are to the point where it does not matter what anybody or anything
Or
happens.
what you do.
Or what I
Right.
do. So when you come down and you say, "Hey, do you like this dress or this dress?"
Which one do you like?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
say, "Which one do you like?" Well, I like this red one more. Then you wear the red one, and you're
Well,
going to look great.
If that makes you happy, you're going to be happiest in that dress.
Exactly, and they know that
I think it's vice versa for men and women, though. Like,
I always pick the dress that I don't like.
oh. Now,
Just because I know she likes that one better.
Tactic.
Yeah, I mean that's a great tactic. So yeah, those are just some of the things I'm
I
looking
think that's
for.
valid.
Yeah,
I think that's totally valid.
but okay, so back to you now, since you're
Okay.
a guest and not Eric. All right, so you said you had plenty of stories on dates.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about what do you remember your last first date? Like, how long ago was that? How'd it go?
Well, I was 12.
Well, I was 12. No, I wasn't dating at 12. I was a Catholic schoolgirl. I was like the repressed,
So 9.
all the
She's dating at 9.
extracurricular activities. No, I was dating at
That's only the boys.
I was dating at 14, and I technically lost my virginity to a woman. So
Oh, shit.
that's a good story. Too.
Yeah. So
That's the
Did-
champagne of pussy story. We'll save that for a
do you
later
know what the
podcast.
difference? Do you know what the difference between a priest and Woody from Toy Story is?
What is it?
Woody goes limp when little boys walk into the room.
That checks out.
Yeah, it's a Catholic joke.
Did you hear the speech by the Chiefs?
Yeah,
That
I
was
did.
pretty wild.
Yeah, I did.
What was it?
He just said that women, that you have your degrees, but don't do anything with them, because he was just kind of advocating for like a traditional type woman.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a lot of women that are up in arms in it, and then there's a lot of men like, no, that's what I'm looking for.
He was
And-
very, very strictly Catholic.
You know what's crazy is that like I consider myself to be a very liberal person, but I definitely embrace traditional roles within a male-female relationship. Like,
So you're not egalitarian.
no,
Okay.
when I'm with a man, like I like to cook for him. I like to
Yeah.
bring him presents. I like to suck your dick in the morning and fuck you before bedtime. Like,
Oh, yeah. That's what we're all looking for.
Right? Is it not like morning sex, evening sex? Yeah.
You seem to be like a very career-driven woman.
I am, but I think the only reason I am to that point in my life and in my career is because of my kids.
That makes sense.
Being a single mom of 3 and having done the single mom shit since I was 21, it wasn't going out to bars or dating or any of that shit in my 20s. It was raising newborns, like diapers and breastfeeding type shit.
And
so
were you married twice or just once?
I was married twice.
Twice, okay.
Yep. 6 years apiece.
6 years apiece. Okay, so after 6 years, you're probably just gonna toss them.
No,
I'm kidding. That was so wrong.
It was awful.
Listen,
it was
I'm
awful.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Like
that
my
was an
first
attack.
marriage, it wasn't. I don't.
Okay,
I'm Sicilian.
The way that it came out,
it would take a lot for you to offend.
The way that it came out sounded attacking. But I was really just joking.
It worked for me.
I'm just self-aware that that was kind of aggressive.
It was good. I like that, but no. My first marriage was. He was actually a golf pro. We actually grew up in similar family circles in Columbia, South Carolina.
Is that where you're from originally?
Originally.
Okay.
Yep. And we got married when I was 20, when I was pregnant with my first child. And it was a fucking ride.
Yeah. All right.
It was a ride
And
because we definitely got married because we were pregnant. Then he was the head pro of an internationally owned Troon Golf Resort in Mountain City, Tennessee, which was a funny little weird piece that Ian and I have in common. That Ian lived in Mountain City also.
You got married because you were pregnant.
Yep. Yep.
How'd that decision come about?
But not because we weren't in love. Like, we were definitely in love, but we definitely weren't expecting to be pregnant. But then we were like, let's go the traditional route,
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hindsight 2020. Do you think you were in love or you were in lust and a baby just came in?
No, we were in love. We had been together for almost 3 years before that.
Okay. That's fair.
And it was I still love him to this day, but unfortunately, I guess it was about 3.5 years into our marriage, he had a tragic car accident and got addicted to opiates, and then marriage, kids.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, that's rough.
It hit the tubes, and it hit the tubes to the point of like he was like caught fucking up in the golf course pros bathroom, and then I was the food and beverage manager of the golf course.
Do you think
we
that
both got fired? And
if he never was in that accident, you guys would have lasted?
Possibly.
Really?
For sure.
That's interesting. That drugs could do that.
We had the love that would last a lifetime. For sure.
Well, and you do speak about him in a very different way that we've actually heard. Like, you speak with some type of passion with him, which tells me, I mean, you truly do love this man, not in the same way,
right?
But that, he is like, you were in love with him.
We were.
I thought you were going to say he was in a wheelchair and he couldn't get it up anymore. So,
well, I mean, he actually
the opioids probably did.
He
that.
actually went through some paralysis and car accidents and like all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and opioid addiction will cause ED.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
but it wasn't that.
No, right.
That ultimately.
Okay, so
because I could love someone forever, and if you couldn't get your dick hard, like, I'm not going to leave you.
He could wear a strap on.
I'm not, right. We can
work.
get around this problem. Like, I'm not here just for your dick. If I have made into a,
I'm no stranger to a strap on.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, I've actually never done that. That's on my. I've never.
Eric has.
Nice. It's not true, but
okay. I mean, do you wear it like on top of your cock or
I couldn't
beneath
tell you
your
because
cock?
it's never happened.
I don't know about the space between your dick and your balls, but I don't think it would fit.
They have things where you can put your dick in and it's like a bigger dick.
Nope.
You just use that dick.
I've heard of that too.
Yep. Sorry, not on those websites.
No. I mean,
it's in the store. I saw it at the store.
Real talk though, that's probably why I could never be a lesbian. I don't want your plastic toys, flesh.
You
please.
want you want
flesh, not plastic.
So you like the skin flute, is what you're saying,
right?
Okay,
for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so you do seem like
I'm
you
definitely
whistle.
not a lesbian. I'm definitely, more
You just
dick oriented
yeah.
for sure.
So you seem pretty
I told
open.
you it would get wild. I'm sorry.
You seem very like open sexually. So
Of course.
when you have been on dating apps, I think Rane and I have kind of come to the conclusion within like the first 3 to 4 or 5 messages, a man will take it very sexually. You being a very openly kind of sexual creature.
What's funny is that on dating apps, I never take it there first.
well, most women don't.
Right.
I've
but
never
most women
taken-
don't. But
yeah.
so my question is, when men did, how would you react being that you are very openly sexual? And you've even stated in this podcast.
So how'd you react when you got dick pics?
Well, I mean, it depended on
Go
the
ahead.
dick pic.
Well, exactly. And then you've even said it, aren't we just on these apps to fuck? So I want to know how you react
and
to that.
know that wasn't the end goal initially, but then I realized quickly that that's what 9 out of 10 people are on the dating app because we want to fuck, right? Okay.
If I want some dick, I'll come here.
All right. So,
Literally.
hey, and I don't have any opposition to you sending me dick pics if I don't like them and I don't,
So if
if I
all
don't
you gotta do is
vibe,
look
if I
away,
don't
right?
vibe with your dick, then I'm probably gonna block you.
right. So if you look if you
If
look
the
at
dick
it,
is shit, we're moving on.
all right. So that answers the question of if his wiener's not a good wiener, you're just.
I mean, and good has a lot of different definitions. We're not like a
Yeah, it's very
size queen.
subjective.
I mean, beauty is a thing
Beauty.
to behold.
Beautiful.
it's all about
Right?
how you take
a
the
cock
pic.
can be beautiful.
a big, beautiful cock.
A small cock can be beautiful. It's not about size.
Oh, you're still in the game, Eric.
I guess so. I guess so.
All right, so are both of you single? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, we're in a relationship together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
gay.
I got that part.
Yeah.
Oh. So
He's
Rane's
my-
the top
he's my-
and you're the bottom.
He's my
We switch back and forth.
he's my Jake
Switches.
Dillon,
Cheers.
and I'm his Heath Ledger. We broke back mountain.
I love that.
I never watched that
I
movie.
love that
Me
for
neither.
you.
Yeah.
That's so hot.
Yeah.
I'd watch.
Okay, well, you're not invited.
Okay,
But,
good.
He always wants to watch Brokeback Mountain, and I always want to watch Dumb and Dumber. So it's
Oh shit!
it's kind of an
That's
argument.
a conflict of interest.
So
That's what gets him going.
yeah, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back.
We're back.
Heads or tails?
Wren.
Yeah.
So it's your name's actually Lauren, but you go by Wren.
Rain. Not sharp or anything.
I think we should switch names for a week.
Okay. You can be Wren and I'll be Rain.
Every time we're in front of Ian or anybody,
Okay.
you call
I'll
me
call
Wren,
you Wren,
and I'll
you
call you Rain.
and then we'll
See if they
confuse the
notice.
shit out of them.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, we fuck them
Let's
up.
do it. Cheers.
you were gonna fist
Solid
bump,
pat.
but
Yeah.
let's do the fist bump
Boom.
anyway. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, there we go.
All right. So back to
Oh Lord.
dating. As a single mother, and you know, the 40-year-olds are trying to, put a baby in you, but it doesn't matter. But how do you balance, as a single mother of 3 that has full custody of their kids, how do you balance, your trifecta that you have, the 3 people and your personal life?
Well, balancing career and personal life is a lot easier now that my 19-year-old son decided to become an entrepreneur and not pursue his college career. So he is back at home. So he's like the secondary vehicle and or other provider of the household.
So it makes it easier that if someone wanted to schedule a date, you
Like
could
if
just,
I wanted to stay out all night, I could.
You just throw it on him.
Yeah.
yeah.
What is his entrepreneurial career?
He actually owns a car detailing company, and he is slated to detail both Ian and Sheena's cars this week. Yeah, and he's also a head cook at Outback. in
Oh
Steel
fuck
Creek.
yeah! That's one hell of a fucking position. All right,
My middle daughter is a shift leader, Chick-fil-A, right down the street from our house. Man, not great jobs, but
Does she ever bring home Chick-fil-A sauce?
Oh, she brings so much Chick-fil-A. It's great.
I'll tell you what
It's
though,
fucking
it is her pleasure.
It's not mine. They keep her working fucked up hours, and
Yeah.
So what was your question, Eric?
Oh no, she answered it.
Okay.
She answered it because she's got a son who's 19 and he kind of watches the little one because the other one, the middle one's 16, right?
Middle one is working more than my oldest is working. So
But she's 16, right?
she's 16.
Yeah, so she doesn't really need to be watched.
No, my middle 16 is working all the time. My 9 is home all the time,
right.
obviously. She's not working yet.
No, not yet. Give her a couple
she
years.
is viral on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, do you rent or own?
I rent.
You rent?
Because I've owned 3 properties and I'm not ready to commit to that independently and without a partner. I would like to think that the next plot of land that I buy will be with my forever person.
I was gonna say
I do have delusions of that. And I feel like they are at this point delusions because I haven't met a man that's goal oriented enough to be I want to own this property. I want to own land in 5 years. I see myself doing this in 5 years. How do you combat that? Do women ever ask you what your long-term goals are?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. Being 40 years old, 3 kids,
No, I
3
definitely
situations.
have it.
What is your goal?
The situations are irrelevant to the goals.
Either way.
Yeah.
What is your goal from here on out?
Well, I mean, from here on out, actually, I moved back east to be close to my mom, who has stage 4 breast cancer.
I'm sorry to hear that.
East where?
East as in I moved initially back to Columbia, South Carolina, where I started my second and third company. And after that, it was more of do I stay east and be close to them where cannabis is illegal? Because in Northern California, where I was the majority of the past decade, I was structuring a larger scale cannabis farm and brand that was geared towards central nervous system disorders and cancer therapy, which was highly successful. My last year in business, I gleaned almost $750,000 in liquid capital. So
Nice.
yeah,
It's good.
So,
so
what brought you to cabinets?
I've been in cabinets. I've been in woodworking my whole life. I started building shit when I was 12 years old. I started in my design portion of the industry when I was 18 as a landscape designer with old school AutoCAD. It was trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad is a landscaper, still to this day, independently owned and operated out of Columbia, South Carolina. Shout out By the Yard.
By the yard.
By the Yard, what a landscaping name. But
Is his motto, we give the best blowjobs because he uses a blower?
pretty much.
Cool.
Or I'll edge you out.
There you go. There you go.
Everybody loves a good edge.
She's been in the business a while.
It's good.
Ain't nothing like edging.
Hey.
All right. So I guess, so then what are your goals? And then what kind of goals are you looking for your next, that man that's going to be your partner, since you've already established that women are playthings to you and that men are more...
Not that they're playthings, but they're just accessories. It's like a house or a car, you can have
there
your
when you
entire
need it.
life hemmed up, but I got this car that I like driving when I like driving it. Ian's got that part of the equation down for sure. But what are my goals with my next partner? What are
your goals? And then what goals?
My goals are in the next 3 years, because I've been in Charlotte almost 3 years in November. I've been looking for a nice new property in Western Virginia. As weird as that sounds, land is cheap as fuck and cannabis is fully legalized, and I'm looking to start my next healing co-op opportunity, of which is not just a co-op, it's more of a full-scale retreat that incorporates all of my building knowledge and all of my cannabis knowledge and all of the talents of my very, very close friend group that I've maintained, that is spread out all over the country. Like we would have equestrian features, and
So you're looking to open up a Costco for hippies.
Oh no, no store. We're talking travel and leisure shit. Not a store. No.
Do you like to travel?
I do.
Where
Where have you been? Tell me a little bit about you. I need to know more about you, though.
About me or
about you?
Well, I mean,
where
that's
have
not
you
what
traveled?
the show's about. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
about me.
It's about your guests. Got it.
You can get to know me other times, but
Where have I traveled? I've been all over the United States. I've been to 45 states. I've lived in 5.
You've been to 45. That's great. That's my number.
how many states are in the United States?
Oh. What are we considering, the old regime or the new regime?
What was your question? Because I'm confused by that response.
Yeah, me too.
51.
Oh, you've been to 51 states?
No.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
Are you talking about Puerto Rico?
Well, there's the lower 48, but there are actually 51 states.
What's the 51st?
Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
geography.
Let's not do geography.
Welcome back to
All
that
right.
stupid
Hey.
dating show.
we're actually now stupid. We're like, wait.
You managed to fuck both
great.
me and Erica.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, I'm not sure. Yeah, I won't debate that. But okay.
I asked
so,
the girl one time how many states how many stars were on the flag, and she said 14. Hey.
So, all right. So, goal is to get land. What's another one?
Is this mine?
Well, I'll share.
Okay, that's cool.
I share well.
Okay, well.
It has like QR codes and stuff.
Anyway, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah. So, what's another goal?
Another goal. Are we talking professional or personal?
No, just like what's your goals? It's because you kept saying that it's hard to find because they might not meet your goals, or you want them goal oriented.
I mean, I would say a goal is to find a partner that is also goal oriented
Right.
in the same direction, which
Okay,
I feel
so-
like a lot of people are.
So that's what I'm asking. What is that direction? I'm good. Thank you, though.
What is that direction? That direction is towards like holistic healing and propagation of crops.
Okay, so what if he's completely?
We're building shit and we're growing vegetables and we're growing weed and we're healing.
So what if he-
intergenerational trauma together?
So what if
and
he's not-
we're possibly licking pussy on the weekends? I mean, yeah.
Okay, so
it's
what
a
if
pretty
he-
good goal?
What if he's not? He doesn't have that goal, but he's all for you having that goal and supports you in that. Would that be okay?
It would depend on what his goals were or what he was like working towards achieving, and if it was in alignment with that in a way that was copacetic.
Okay, so
Because we don't want his goals to be like, oh, I'm like a stockbroker and I'm like trading for Wall Street and playing for the man and all this bullshit. Like
But
we
why?
don't really, we don't take that out of the equation that someone of that proclivity could also have the interdimensional capacity to do both.
I mean, yeah, if that person's so open minded and he's just like, hey, I support you in what you want to do, and I'm financially able for you to do that, and you're financially able to do it, but I also want to invest in you because I care about you and I love you.
That's great. We love that.
Okay, so it's
No,
not
that's
out.
great. No,
but-
it's not out.
But what if his goal is
but
like?
but it would be that like what he would be doing would ultimately be supporting the greater good of the collective.
The collective what?
And the collective group of friends, family, of which, isn't that what we cater to?
I mean, sure,
You're
maybe.
like, sure, I play for the tax man. No, I
No.
don't.
I mean, we all play for the tax man.
We do.
So,
We're all slaves.
We are.
so okay, so he has to be goal oriented. Kind of
So when
sounds
this
like
video goes viral, but
so
feel
when he
like goals.
when he doesn't have the same goals, that you're not questioning that, or you're not like gonna toss him right away,
No,
but
not at all.
you might hesitate on him a little bit more than someone that's
I
just
mean,
like,
I would
yeah, let's go.
question, like, what's your motivation for doing that for a society that, is not.
But what if the motivation is just you being happy?
Okay, we love that.
You love that, so you can do it for the collective while he does what he does.
And I would support him in that, as long as, like, I don't know, though. That would be tough.
Yeah, it sounds like you're kind of
tough.
close-minded on that aspect.
Okay, maybe I am.
I'm just making an observation.
I might be.
Which is fine.
I like that you pointed that out, though.
It just sounds like you have a specific type that you're looking for that will be your forever partner, and he almost has to meet your needs, but his needs won't be met.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, I was saying that, like, if he's doing what he's doing and that's something that he believes in, I guess that's what the underlying statement would be.
What if
like,
he's retired?
If he's doing something that he believes in, and he believes in being retired, that's what he believes
so
in.
what if he's retired?
Sure, that's great. I love that for you.
So if he works a full-time job, but he has a podcast on the side that he like truly believes in, then I'm
gonna support
you're
that
gonna
podcast,
support him throughout.
and I'm gonna promote the shit out of it.
There you go.
So what if he is retired and his whole goal is to find someone to drain his balls, make him dinner, and clean his house?
I mean,
But supports you.
Usually, if I'm with a man, it's my goals to execute those tasks anyway.
Okay, but his goal is to just be retired, stay at home.
No,
not do anything.
I'm supporting his goals, and if he's supporting my goals, then that's complete symbiosis, is it not?
I mean, yeah. But then you also I'm just seeing that that's okay, but a guy that doesn't have the same.
What's okay? So what I mean to say, what's not okay, is someone whose goals are actively destroying communities, destroying larger picture social ideals.
Have you ran into anybody that's actually looking to destroy?
Oh,
Interesting.
fuck yes.
Interesting. And what? In what
The
way?
finance bros in New York City. I lived in New York City when I was 18.
And
I was a model for Maxim magazine. I was asked to pose for the fucking centerfold of Penthouse, Playboy. Yeah. No,
Okay.
we were in that life. We were heavy on the cocaine and the lack of morals and all that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Good
want
times.
someone that just
Not really. I prefer you have a moral and social acknowledgement. Like what we're doing is not just to feed the machine, right? We're feeding real dreams in real time.
So would you consider that those people are morally bad?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so they could just be working.
I think that's a gray area,
it's a gray area because morals are a gray area.
aren't they?
That's what I'm asking you.
I'm asking you too, because no, I would say that morals are actually not a gray area.
No, not at all.
But that when it comes to your financial involvement in what you're doing and how that relates to your morals, yes, there can be.
I was gonna
gray
say
area.
morals are not a gray area.
That's what I said.
I feel like
morals are not a gray
do you
area.
think
Like
morals
being
are a
a
gray
good
area?
person is like you adhere to this, this, and this. Like, period.
I think that good is a subjective term.
I don't believe that.
I think that
I disagree.
that's fine, and you're allowed
Okay.
to. I think that the good and bad are putting moral absolutes on things, and to put moral absolutes on things that just because it doesn't line up with your morality makes it gray.
But isn't this like you being a lesbian, like a new age lesbian? That's like everything is subjective to your own personal opinion thereof.
No, because that would be more of a relative truth.
But isn't there a moral absolute?
Isn't there an
to life
absolute
itself?
of like good and bad? Like this is
think
good for the planet. This is bad for the planet. Okay, we're
Yeah.
making this money, but hey, we're like emitting the most carbon. Da, 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 like we're killing the planet. Is that not a morally absolute wrong versus making a choice that could be on the side of morally absolute right?
So calling one company bad.
No, we're not calling
Hold on,
companies.
hold
We're
on,
calling
hold-
principles.
hold on.
Morals are not companies; they're principles.
Okay, I agree with you. I'm just saying that if you say that this portion of what these people are doing is bad, but we haven't even touched base. And if they stop and they stop and they stop and they stop, but these companies keep going and going and going, and they're not stopping, it seems like a bad, not a bad, I don't want to put a moral absolute there. It seems just like a
Seems
never
like
ending.
you're having trouble formulating this opinion because it's not fully formulated, and maybe you're still getting to that point, and that's okay too.
Or sometimes I get interrupted during points, and then it's hard for me to continue my point. But what I'm trying to say is that it seems like if you stop using Verizon because they support X, Y, and Z, but you still have a cell phone and you still need those things to keep going, then it seems like you're part of the problem, and therefore you're just arguing just to argue. So are there moral absolutes? There are moral absolutes when it comes to, you're right, when it hurts the community, and we're talking about
logistically every decision we make would be all of the above. Like, right, we have a cell phone, we're participating in social media, we are drinking wine out of a bottle, beer out of a can, smoking the vapes, we're living life. A lot of what we do is not a healthy decision, right? And we're not saying that weighs on a morally absolute scale. On the morally absolute scale, am I doing something that hurts other people? Does it hurt their livelihood? Does it damage the environment like in an irreparable way? I don't think that a lot of the career paths that any one of our potential partners could choose is going to absolutely weigh on that scale. I think that that as far as it relates to dating is a much smaller bracket of understanding. And I think that, we as people who are looking for our partner, right, we should be willing to forgive and absolutely weigh in on, is what you are doing in alignment with what I'm doing or the goals that I'm trying to achieve?
Just for the camera, what was the question? What was the string of this fucking conversation?
No, I said something about moral absolutes, and then you asked me, and I said something about a gray, that like morals are in a gray area.
Okay.
You both disagreed,
right?
And then that started the conversation.
So I like.
Let's hear your take.
I liked where you point out what'd you call it, moral absolutes.
Yeah.
And the gray areas. I can see where you're coming from. Gray areas being like, we all have a cell phone. In order to produce that battery, there's like modern day slavery going on to
right,
in order to have like, and Teslas and all that. And really, like, you go to any Tesla energy charging, charging station, you see this big fucking green box. Where do you think that's coming from?
Yeah.
So, like, I can
Where is it coming from, and what are they doing to achieve this?
Right.
And I don't think I could be with the partner that like is creating those boxes. Like, probably not.
So, like, I can see that those being the gray areas.
Right. Yeah. So I do. So let me reiterate. Like, so I can say that slavery is morally, objectively wrong. Right. So that is a moral absolute. Murder is a morally, objectively wrong.
What is it?
Murder?
Like, if it, okay, so,
that actually
so
harms
say
the community.
Say you're a parent and some morally inept person rapes and murders your child, and then you have to like.
So you're saying,
like, I mean, shit gets gray real quick there.
So you're saying that someone
it's all gray
that did immoral things to a child and killed them, that it's immoral to have an eye for an eye. Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm saying that it's totally moral to have an eye for an eye, that there could be instances that we're getting off the dating show topic, though. to
No, because
not
it's
at
back
all.
to it's back to
Okay,
you trying to keep somebody. You're trying to find someone with the same exact morals as you.
So I definitely would be with a man that believed that punishing a rapist, murderer, like person, if we had to kill them, we had to kill them.
So what if he believed that, but he made
But he made, some. He deposited oil directly into the Aegean Sea.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Where are we going with that, though?
You have a rapist and you have a pedophile.
Okay.
Only one can be put to death and the other has to stay in prison for the rest of their lives. Which one is put to death?
Well, we would need to know the circumstances first, but
At the end of the day,
actual response
hold
would be
on.
both.
At the end of the day,
the real response would be the pedophile gets put to death because you can't hurt children. You can't hurt an innocent life without being amoral yourself. That's a good finite definition of where morality ends and begins.
Yeah.
Like, it is amoral to hurt a child. An
it's
innocent
amoral
spirit.
to rape too.
Well, yes, but
at the end
of the two, he asked an and/or question.
At the end of the day,
Of which I answered.
At the end of the day, it shows your morality because you're looking out for the child. You're looking out
The
for
innocent.
the innocent human
Right.
Hold on.
that is going. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay. Well, you said
You have pretty eyes.
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Oh, thank
Oh.
No.
you. You talking to him or
You.
me?
Yeah.
Talking to you, Wren.
Ren. Thanks, Rane.
Yeah, hell yeah.
so.
That's awesome. I love that.
So the innocent
We're going to
child.
fuck after this. It's okay.
So the innocent child, but the man or woman that was raped isn't innocent in any
Yeah.
way?
Well, okay, so that's subjective, though. But the fact of an atrocity being performed against a child being an innocent human being who has done no wrong in the world, right? And there are pedophiles that have raped, 2 and 3-year-old children. This is ultimately fundamentally wrong. There's no fucking gray area of like, this baby did something bad to me. I'm
I agree.
gonna fuck it up the ass now.
I agree.
Like there is no way in hell that's right. So rape, we could have gotten into she was 18 and she came on to me and that was that person's experience with that person. Rape is a very gray area. I mean, I've been raped twice. If we're talking about dating and sexual history,
It's a gray area.
it's
But-
still totally wrong. But you asked who would we kill?
Well, what I'm looking at is the innocence.
Right. We
because
would kill the one that hurt a
and
child.
I'm thinking 18 and above.
Right.
Woman gets raped, 18 and above. She's not fully
Not
innocent.
a child.
Right.
Right. I'm with you there.
Okay.
I think that's the first time he didn't have a response. Though.
I mean, I do.
What
but
is your response? Yeah.
you're using, I think, innocence in a more of like they don't have any thing going on in
We're using, I think, as an age-based reference, right?
but even though, I mean, I think
Is
it's
a 3-year-old guilty?
Well, hold on.
No, but
go ahead.
But that person's still innocent in the crime is how I'm understanding that innocence.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about innocence, kind of like a dog's innocent, a dog doesn't know
True.
better, right? Doesn't almost lacks morality. I mean, a baby lacks morality because it doesn't know any better, right? Where an 18-year-old man or woman that gets raped has this sense of morality, has this sense of right and wrong, has this self-awareness of those things, but they are still innocent in the fact that they didn't do anything to get raped.
I agree with that.
So-
As I was that 18-year-old who had made choices that were not correct, but I did not do anything to deserve being drugged into a coma. I was in a coma for 4 days.
And that man took your innocence.
Oh yeah,
And
he was a bishop in my grandfather's church.
And I'm so
wild
sorry.
shit.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Dating. I mean, you tell me your story. I would love to hear it.
About About what?
If
No, just your dating story. When did it start? We'll just switch topics to a lighter topic of
well, I was gonna say
dating history.
unless you want to talk about
I'm good to talk about
your
it too.
story.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think you should bring it up anymore.
No.
I mean,
I'm good with either
touchy.
way that would
No.
go.
I mean, I'm sorry
as
that
a survivor,
I mean, of course,
talking about your story is part of the power that you like glean from having had those experiences, right?
Are you okay with talking about it?
Oh yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
because there are pieces of shit in this world, and I think the whole point of this podcast is to, help people in modern dating. But I also think that we mainly here want to help our listeners know safety and how that doesn't happen to anybody else. Because I know that we just talked about morality, but I'm with you that I think eye for an eye is the most moral thing that you can do.
Sometimes,
Sometimes. So it angers me to hear that happens to a lot of women. It does happen to men, but it's not reported because the day that we're born,
never reported,
it's
or
never
it's
reported.
like covered up.
Yeah, because the day that
somebody
we're born,
knows somebody, and
the day we're born, we're smacked on the ass by the doctor, and he whispers in our ear, "Suck it up, buttercup." Right. So I think that it's also important for men to know, the safety
okay
and how
to
to be.
speak up
It's okay to speak up, but it's
yeah.
also this is how you treat a lady and how no means no
Hang
type
on, I have
thing.
to fix this. No means no. And when you grew up in I don't know, my family's pretty great. Like, I don't really have any huge complaints. My mother's side of my family was totally Southern Baptist. I did grow up a repressed private school girl, dating. I was dating at 14. Okay, you're kind of close there.
Yeah.
You said 12, not 12. But so when I was 18, I skipped the 8th and 12th grade, and I graduated at 16. I made a 1490 on the SAT. I was on the swim team, Latin team, Spanish club, Latin club, dancing, professional. I was a professional ballerina for 15 years, which was a mindfuck in and of itself. Professional ballerina, we want to talk about weird dating and social subjugation. That's all there.
Okay.
But as far as the rape story goes, so when I graduated at 17, I was working as MetLife's future youngest insurance salesperson for a family client, right? And I had moved to New York, moved to California, moved back, and then I started working for a bishop in my grandfather's Southern Baptist church. And fortunately, this person is no longer with us. I felt more comfortable telling the story after he wasn't. And so he had 3 dogs, and he had purchased my grandfather's multi-million-dollar lake mansion estate, and 3 boats and whatnot, and then also the box tickets to the Gamecocks football games. So a perk of being an employee was we also were encouraged to go on all these activities, whatever. So we go to the football game, and my first drink gets dosed out with enough GHB to kill me, and I was in a coma for 4 days. No one knew where I was, and I somehow woke up out of that. And so as far as dating goes, and all of my absolutes and moral truths, they're very firmly shaped.
They're good. I think they should, and that's on you. But
life happens.
yeah. Well, one, I'm sorry that literally happened, and you hear too many stories of people in power, and they hide behind a so-called religion and a so-called God. To make them look into, they look
project a certain way.
Yeah. They wear this mask of I'm holy, and therefore I can never do this. But they're sitting behind an evil, Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to take that dating show for a dark turn, but let's
No.
promote awareness for sure.
yeah, for sure.
There is no dark turns with that stupid dating show. I mean, this is literally what we're here for because
Real life dating is influenced by those
and
things, though.
that's the thing is like the other dating shows that are out there podcast wise are all about like
Body counts. and-
self promotion,
women
body
with
count,
unrealistic standards and all of the above what you guys said. Like the reason for this is to point out the shitty fucking dating scene and how shitty people really can be.
Yeah.
right?
You
like
know-
how our lives impacted us to this point.
And I think people have become shittier because of just the internet in general.
Of course.
You know, and then
or
you know,
this is the real story, and this is how we project it.
Right.
Right. We'll put on the mask here, and
As soon as
give our other
everybody-
story there.
as
you
soon as
know?
everybody realized that they could put on a fake persona on the internet,
Oh man,
It was over.
And now AI. All right, here we
Yeah.
go.
So this has been a big topic on the internet. And let me ask you, since we have talked about this with Amanda, and me and
Do I
Rane
know
have kind
her?
of, nope, but me and Rane have kind of made a joke about this. But what would you rather go into the woods with a bear or a man?
Oh, the bear.
Yeah, why?
Because I'm going to win every time. I already know your weaknesses, and you have no.
You know a bear's weakness?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the joints.
the joints. Okay.
Oh, I mean,
I
you're
gotta say
big and
balls.
fat. You go for the fucking kneecaps.
Yeah.
That's
So,
bear or man.
Why
period, but,
why would you truly choose the bear?
why would I truly choose the bear? Because physical confrontations are much easier than emotional, subterfuge. For me at least, and that's probably given my history too.
No,
so
no,
my answer
actually,
might be the only one like it. I don't know.
Me and you are on the same page.
Okay.
A lot of women say
Yeah.
that it's a physical argument.
I did
like-
not expect that answer.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
great. It's great.
Wow.
And she took it as an emotional thing, which it is. It's an emotional.
It's like, can I face
Hold on.
myself
You
trying
get one
to?
of these. That's a great answer, honestly.
because
Real shit.
I think the women that pick the bears are projecting an emotional reaction to a physical thing that happened, and you being someone that has shared a very sad story, and we appreciate that and
Well, I
thank you.
think survival is physical.
Again.
Well, sure, but
So,
I
like
think that
surviving rape or surviving bodily trauma is
it's very
and
it's
like
very physical.
choosing your physiological response over your emotional response, because your emotional response might fucking kill you.
Right. So the
Like-
physical is what actually happened, but the emotional after being a survivor is why they're picking the bear, because they would say that, hey, I know I'm going to die with this bear,
Right.
where I don't know emotionally what's going to happen with this man.
Exactly.
So
I might emotionally be dead after this man.
Yeah,
Like,
even though
it
I'm-
might go that bad.
even though I'm physically alive, I'm emotionally
I'm
dead.
just like,
now that
existing. That is a lot of bitches on dating shows.
So-
That's what we just full circle back to.
So that's why I think your answer is the correct answer, and I wouldn't even push back because
Thank
it
you.
is an emotional
Aw,
it is an emotional
It's been a
argument
pleasure, and
with
I
but,
appreciate you letting me tell my story, and I agree.
but I think that the ones that are doing it because they say, well, a bear's or men are more likely to hurt me than a bear. That's a physical argument, and that's just false.
Right, it
yeah.
is.
It's just a false
That's
assumption.
a narrative.
Yeah, it's a
that is
narrative
propagated by
Yeah. How about this
current
one then?
fucking hot culture.
Yeah.
for
So-
sure.
So how about if it's a gay man and a bear? This popped up on my TikTok. That's why I brought it up.
I don't know. It might still be the bearer. What's funny is I just sent my boss some shit about, would you want to be attacked by a gay man or a bear? Literally in my Instagram DMs. Like, no shit.
So what's your answer? Because the person that posted it on TikTok said that there is a hierarchy of men, and it goes gay men, bears, straight men.
But see, what's funny about that is that there's this whole culture of gay men that call themselves bears. Which I'm
right.
so
You know,
confused now.
I thought
We've
about
got
this
bears
later.
and bears.
I thought about this after
You
and
know
I
this,
both.
right?
Yeah.
Bears. Okay.
I thought about this after you and I both commented, and for a man, gay or straight, at the end of the day, a hole's a fucking hole.
I mean, yeah, a
Right.
hole's a hole, but if you're not looking
When a man
at that
gets
woman-
hungry,
Like,
a man's
in
gonna get
drought,
fucking hungry.
You're gonna have to make.
So regardless, it doesn't matter if he's gay or straight.
I mean, and there was a comment down there on that TikTok that said, "I know plenty of gay men that have used women for holes."
That's where I got it from.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I didn't come up with that by myself.
I was married to one of those.
Yeah.
A gay man that liked holes.
That was number one.
I love that.
No,
I
he's
love that
later gay and still a heroin addict.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are.
My dating show story would be so jaded. It would be like the dark side of stupid dating.
So, what do you think about that woman picking the gay man over a bear, but then picking a gay man over a straight man? Do you think, like, why? Because it's purely a physical argument on her end.
So we're arguing whether we would fight that one
No,
or love that
no.
one. What's the?
No, she would rather be in the woods with a gay man
Than a
over-
straight man.
Than a
So
straight
we're just
man
in the
or a
woods.
bear.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would be in the woods with the gay man because we would
over
make
a straight man.
we would make a beautiful little cottage together. And it would be aptly decorated.
But would you literally choose a gay man over a straight man to be stuck in the woods with?
Like to live with indefinitely? No, I would choose a straight man.
Well, some people are picking bears, so
That
and they're not going to live
shows
very
you where
long.
society's going.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. So
I'm
that's
gonna
just
have
like
to put a camera on you.
Yeah, just shit.
Like
his-
24/7.
His eyes.
Your
at that
faces,
point,
dude.
They were fucking great. It
well,
was great.
well, women are still picking bears.
yeah.
Women are still. Can
I
you
mean,
believe this? He's
just
single.
Well, that's why
Ladies, he's single.
That's why
all
you
right,
identify
okay.
as a bear.
I do identify as a bear.
Well, that's gonna get you in trouble at gay clubs.
We
I don't go to gay clubs, so.
We have a T-shirt that we're gonna do. It's gonna say "I identify as a bear" on the front with a little bear on it, and then on the back.
Do
it's
you
gonna-
know that
Yes,
bear
we do.
is
We are
gay
very
man
well
terminology?
aware.
You
That's
probably have a hairy chest too.
We are-
And
we
how
are
much
very-
hair are we working? Oh, okay. Bear number one. Bear number two. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. We've got two bears in the room, ladies.
We're well aware of what the gay community.
They're not looking
terminology
for male gay
is-
bears,
No.
by the way.
But
So
it's a.
I actually put it on my dating profile as I
Yeah.
identify as a bear. If you know, you know. Go follow that stupid dating show for more comedy.
So you're plugging your podcast on your dating apps. That's
Oh, yeah.
interesting. Well,
100%.
you need a new social media manager. It's
I'm
okay.
good.
I'll hook you up.
I'm good.
I'm
I
gonna
actually
give you,
get a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
give you a bunch
matches.
of free promotion, not on dating apps.
Well, I mean, I get a lot of people asking about
Your podcast.
what I'm doing. Yeah,
Your
and
voice is good. Y'all's voices were a whole vibe. That's what I heard when I listened to the one that I listened to.
and this is my radio voice. This isn't even the one I talk with.
It isn't even.
No, the one I talk with sounds like this.
It was 72 degrees today in San Diego.
Yeah.
I feel
All right.
like I talk
Hey,
the same
fellow
in both of
bears.
them, but when I listen to my voice here, it's a little different. Maybe because I'm talking lower. Low.
Oh,
You do- yeah,
all right.
it's,
Very White.
it's almost like
Cue
when
a
you-
Very White sound effect.
So what I want,
Ladies, put your vagina against the speaker.
so we're gonna have Wren rate my dating profile off.
no shit. Let's go.
So you're gonna look at it, and I want you to.
She's gonna have opinions.
And that's fine. She's allowed to. So you're gonna
don't
scroll.
have any.
You're gonna scroll
They're all
up
PC. I pre-fielded them.
to read everything, and then read the prompts before. Like one, you're gonna have to play, but read it
The
before.
Queen of Cottonmouth, by the way.
Should we play it on the speaker?
Sure. So read
I
the prompt
developed
first.
a weed strain that would avoid cottonmouth, by the way.
So
Show Wren.
the
I'm supposed to rate it.
okay.
Well, first of all,
Hold on.
This is after we have to look at
Okay,
the whole
so-
thing, and then your opinion comes.
Dating me will look like.
I'm never gonna turn around and desert you.
We just rickrolled all of our
Say
listeners.
goodbye.
Rick rolled him.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So
Ain't
then,
no way.
Okay, that was great. I like
then-
the song. What's
so then
the
you
bio
could scroll
like?
down.
Let me
Yep.
see.
So
Let
here's
me
the
see
bio.
shit.
All right. So then it scrolls down to that,
Okay.
and just scroll up when you're done, and you could read it out loud.
Make
I love that
progress
just
on
happened.
my
That was great.
PhD. What do we mean by that? Make progress on my PhD? Like, am I supposed to help you cheat or take tests? Like, what does that entail? Read outside my normal reading list. Find the best. I already know the best notches in Charlotte. I know German, French, Latin, Spanish. Horticulturist, eh? What do you know about plants? All right, okay. We've got a picture of like, is this DJ Khaled in front of a Charlotte sign?
Nope, just me in a soccer jersey.
Hang on, DJ Khaled in front of Charlotte. Then we've got that. That's a cute picture. That color looks good on you.
Thank you.
It's complimentary of your eyes. The perception of time was created to domesticate us, to work more, create stress, overall control the population. Okay, it needs to be this close.
I just said to rate my profile, not to actually like.
No, I'm dissecting it. I'm giving you a good rating. So far, it's not bad. It's really not.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty decent. It's not bad. This picture, I'm confused whether this is a boy or a girl. And the next sentence says, I identify as bear. If you know, you know. So that we would change. Yeah.
No, I love it.
Because if you're MSM, men seeking men, then yeah, leave it. If not,
But I'm not, and only women see my profile.
then change
so.
it. Yeah, because that indicates some. I don't know if that's a transgender person. Which, if it's okay, I mean, if they, doesn't matter if they're follow that stupid dating comedy shit for me. That you look so tan. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, I work outside. Sun's on my face all the time.
Horticulturist.
Sun's out, guns out.
Do you do landscaping?
No, I do horticulture.
What do you do with horticulture?
I plant plants, and I know what trees look like.
My specialty is propagating and genetically grafting different species together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, what would you rate that dating profile?
It's a 7.
Okay, I'm fair.
I mean, you're hot.
Thanks.
He tells you you're hot. You know you're hot.
I do know.
I know.
But
I
I'm
know.
not.
IKYK. You're a hot bear.
Yeah. Maybe I should
Bring
say
that
that.
round for full circle for you.
But see, the whole identify as a bear with that person on TikTok saying that she would go in with a gay man.
But that's
and
not
then that's
what,
a gay.
That's not what women looking at your dating profile.
Actually, a lot of people have
Of course they
commented on
have.
it and laughed
Has
because they
that
know what I'm talking
resulted in you getting laid?
about. It's not about me getting laid.
Okay. So it's about shameless self-promotion.
No, it's about me trying to find my person, and I'm introverted, so I don't
if
go
you're
out.
going to find your person, if you're looking for a man, you keep the bear in the picture. You asked me to analyze your profile, and I did, honestly. So my honest evaluation is that you take out the part about the bear that's right underneath the picture of you looking like DJ Khaled.
No, you called my best friend transgender looking. That's
Well,
what,
and
that was the picture.
they look like, I don't know this person. This is no judgment. They're beautiful. Either way, they're a beautiful person, but they do look like they could be,
Is it because he's Asian?
That's technically
It
judgment.
could be,
Yeah, that's
but
technically-
it wasn't meant to be. It was an honest evaluation. Okay. It was
Well, I
not-
appreciate it. Yeah, thanks.
You're
Well,
welcome.
that was my.
You're welcome. That was free.
Oh, thanks. Well, what else do we got for Wren on there? Oh, now that you know a little bit about us, we always ask our guests to kind of rate.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh.
I know you got one more story in you.
Ask me a question.
I want to hear. So we heard about the catfish. So let's hear a shitty mandate. I know you got one in the chamber.
Which one are we going to tell though?
I mean, I don't know them, so
Well, So, shitty specific man story. Those are...
There's got to be one date that stands out to you that you were just like, what the fuck? Or maybe it wasn't just one date. Maybe it was somebody that you got to know for a little while, and then you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, there was this younger guy that used to...
How much younger?
Oh. I hate hearing myself breathe. That's why I sit away from it. How much younger? He was 12 years younger than me, but whatever.
It's all right.
He owned a
Age is
company,
only a number.
whatever. Anyway, he used to buy all this stuff when I was a pro services manager at the Lowe's on South Boulevard. And we went out on 4 dates, and there were a lot of weird things. Which weird thing do we start with? The fact that he didn't want to have sex because he didn't want to get into a relationship, and that having sex would mean that he was getting into a relationship. And I was like, we went out on 3 dates. What do you mean? I waited till date number 4 to try and bang. Come on.
Our very first episode with Connie, whom you met.
Yeah.
She had a date that wanted to put a suction cup dildo on the toilet seat while she filmed him humping it.
I mean, that's spicy. How much are we getting paid?
None.
Do we want to start an OnlyFans together? Do we want to start an OnlyFans together?
So I mean, that's pretty brutal. You imagine the toilet seat just
I can't imagine
flapping,
being the next person to have to use the toilet seat.
Yeah. Well, I guess
sorry for roommates of Connie. You may have fucked sat on a toilet seat after some dildo fucking was going on. Sorry.
It was on his toilet, and he wanted to suction cup his own butt.
Yeah.
Suction cup your butt. Now there's a strange concept.
I mean, I've never tried
He
it.
was talking about a suction cup dildo that someone was,
That's what he meant.
Weird dating
That's what
stories.
He meant, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Weird dating stories of chicks wanting to wear bizarre strap-ons and or having these weird dildos.
Like the
dragons and the horse cocks.
What's up with
and
those?
what in the fuck is that? I don't even know. That's I guess telling of my age that I'm like, this is not a dildo. This is some aberration of nature.
So you're saying you never try one?
No. No.
It is kind of weird.
No, I mean...
It's all of a sudden become popular.
Masturbating on fruits? Sure. We did all that in the 90s. Fruits and vegetables. We were all there. Horse cocks and egg-laying dildos.
Egg-laying dildos.
Dude, you gotta Google that on the podcast right now. If you've not seen an Paris, they actually have this volcano-shaped fucking dildo that lays eggs inside of. Goth chicks are into it anyway.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look that up. I was thinking of the octopus arm.
Those
have you seen those?
Awful. Yep, tentacles. What is up with tentacle porn?
Yeah, that is a thing.
What's up with tentacle porn and
Furries.
stepchildren porn?
Yeah,
when did that become a thing? Do you know?
Nope.
You know. What's the timeline of that?
The step thing.
He's that launched approximately 3 years ago.
I don't watch porn, so I don't know.
Really?
Nope.
Why not?
Just something that I don't need because it creates a fantasy, and
I get that. I mean, if that's a fantasy, you don't need to have.
and I'm not saying it creates a fantasy for everybody. It just creates a fantasy for me.
I respect boundaries, and if that's a boundary that works for you, love that.
So I just don't.
Good for you.
So yeah, I want to know what you guys are talking about.
Would you like some watermelon? We were talking about. He asked me crazy stories.
So do you have any,
toys.
Or should we just...
Which crazy story should we go to? Okay, we'll go to a crazy story. We want to go to the craziest story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 10 minutes left.
10 minutes. We'll go to the time when I slept with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women at once. Is that what we want to hear?
You slept with 6 women at once?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's
Just
a lot of
big
multitasking.
fucking clam jam.
I mean, there were no clams really jamming.
If you listen back to the episode, that's the second time I said clam jam.
I like it.
new terminology.
You guys
coming in
didn't catch
hot,
it the first
coming in
time.
hot.
I didn't catch it the first time.
I didn't.
Neither one of you
I
did.
totally fucking missed it. So
Listen back.
we will.
How many times has clam jam been said in this episode?
Well, now it's been 4.
We're
Right.
gonna need
Hey,
all of you
don't count 'em because we could make a
subscribers
clam
to
jam,
comment
dude.
and like and subscribe. Leave that comment.
How many times was clam jam said?
Exactly.
I'm still counting.
So tell us about your clam jam.
It wasn't a clam jam. There
was
were
a
only,
fucking
there were,
clam
there were
jam.
only
6
two
women. That was a fucking clam
clams.
jam.
I had okay, so I was a young entrepreneur and a model, and I was selling ecstasy at the time, and they were all doing my ecstasy, and it wasn't a clam jam because I had like one on each foot and one on each hand and one sitting on my face, and then one clam jam. Okay, just one.
Sounds like a clam jam of a time.
I mean, it was.
I'm guessing this was on a king size bed.
Oh, it was on a
Please.
California King. Yeah.
California.
I thought you were
In
gonna say
a
a couch.
marble and mirrored bathroom.
I was hoping you'd say a fucking
bedroom
Wait, there's a
operation.
I was going to say, there's a bed in a bathroom? Someone likes to party.
Well, there was a couch in the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
A California king bed.
I'd have a couch in my bathroom, but it wouldn't fit.
Right. All right. So
All right.
now that you have gotten
My
to know...
story. Now that I fucked up,
No, that's
It was a
fine.
great clam jam.
that stupid dating show made me tell some stories that I told you I needed to sign paperwork for saying. So.
Well, we'll
We
get to
didn't
that.
make you do anything. You chose to tell these
I
stories.
did.
So-
It's just because you made me feel comfortable.
Ooh, there again, making. We didn't make you feel comfortable. You just chose
You
to
didn't
be
make me feel
comfortable.
I guess.
Oh, okay.
I guess
Okay.
we do have your consent.
Yeah.
Well, it's
All right.
just because Rane's going to be working for me at my new LLC, Deus Ex Machina Cabinets. Yeah.
So
She's gonna make me wear what?
Know your usual hat and finish the cabinets to your usual specification.
So now that you know a little bit more about me and Rane, and based on just me and him,
Which one of you am I going to date? Is
nope. It's
Very good.
go ahead and rate us. Now, there's only one rule: you can't give us the same score. You can't just be like,
Oh, no.
Oh, you both are 10s.
Oh, no. I mean, you'd be a 4 and he'd be a 7.
"All right, perfect."
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
That
I
was
like
the
it.
most realistic answer that.
Sorry.
I
Wow.
like it.
That's real talk.
Yeah, honesty. Hey, you're up 2-0, bud.
No, I didn't. I mean,
That was an honest answer.
No, it was just-
Don't take it as a compliment.
We've never
So-
gotten that low before.
That's fine. I'm good with it.
What?
I'm good with it.
But when you have supermodel cabinet chick, aka weed grower, you know,
I'm just me.
all the above.
And like my makeup is falling off, my hair looks
Hippie
like
banger.
Blondie
Well, not banger.
on like the heat of the shop. The heat
Yeah.
of the shop is fucking killing me, bro.
Nah.
It is killed my hair.
Whoa. Headphones.
Yeah, the headphones.
I lost my. I'm bad. I'm a bad
That's all right.
podcast.
It
guest.
happens. Well,
But no, that was an honest answer,
Yeah?
and it wasn't like a mean thing. Like
No one's needing
if
an
I was
explanation.
on a dating app, I would definitely still swipe right on you, though.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
like
I mean,
your 7 of a profile would have got me right in the sweet spot of where we exchanged like 3 messages, and then like one of us fell off, but we might have gone out on one failed date and possibly attempted to fuck, but you got too drunk and passed out.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a. It seems like you've thought about that.
I mean, just
That was
in the
pretty
past
specific.
few minutes of formulation, really.
yeah, I would be the one that
If-
got too drunk.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Just
No.
yeah. Okay. Well, hey, that's a great analysis, and I'm here for it.
Good.
But anyways,
It was all bullshit. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm good with it.
I'm just kidding.
You're
I
kidding
didn't mean,
now?
I didn't mean any of this. All of this was a lie, and yeah.
We're okay. Listen, there's no
Good.
offense
It was
taken.
so fun. It was so
Holy
fun.
shit.
I really appreciate you both.
If backpedaling was a sport,
What color medal would she get?
You're a 7. Shut up.
What medal? What color medal would she get for
I mean, that
backpedaling?
would be a gold for sure.
I'd say a fucking
Silver at least. Like,
what do you call
bronze.
that? The one above gold.
The platinum. That's all I wear is the
That'd be
platinum.
a
Ooh.
platinum fucking
Ooh.
medal
Platinum
right there.
like her
That
hair.
feels like I'm a 10.
Yeah.
So after
Platinum like her
talking
hair.
with me, you haven't seen my dating profiles. Actually,
Do you have any?
Oh
we
gosh.
got 3 minutes. Shit, I might still. I'll let you judge it. I do. That's cute. Okay, dating profile.
There it is. Let's see
Preview
those pictures.
profile. There we go. Have at
Okay,
it.
and this is on.
I created some equity with that.
Okay, and this is on Facebook dating.
Correct.
I don't even know how to use this one,
No, it's
honestly.
awful.
Okay. A curious cat with a thirst for knowledge, lust for travel,
Thanks for the lisp inference. I appreciate it.
and wine. Not necessarily in that order. She is looking for something casual, long-term relationship. She's located in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's 5'8". She's a senior designer at First Choice Cabinetry.
No longer. Yeah.
She does not smoke. Okay, she likes country music, pop music,
Oh,
clothing.
what? Hang on.
what it
Is
says.
that in there?
Yep.
Holy fuck, no. Okay.
Clothing and accessories. She likes
What is this?
mammals. So you have to breathe
Mammals.
air.
What is this? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, fashion.
Oh, that shit's hacked.
Okay.
I have never selected
Okay, so she's got a
country music and mammals. Where did we go? Like what?
she
the fuck?
she has
What's
a
his tag?
very intriguing picture that I would say is would catch my eye because it's like she's taking a picture of herself just sitting there with her hand on her chin with a bottle of wine or with a glass of wine. All right, so it's like, hey, I'm kind of social, but I'm by myself right now. So I'd
That
like
was
to share that
actually
time with you.
at the restaurant that my younger girlfriend works at.
And then
So I'm like giving her the face, get the glass.
the
of
best
wine.
thing I can cook is tie between my stuffed shells and chicken parm. My favorite place in the entire world is tie between Santa Cruz and Lake Tahoe until I pursue the South Pacific. That is, I'm looking for someone who is honest, hardworking, and likes to sleep in a cool room.
That's right.
Something I'm embarrassed to admit.
70 degrees or lower. We die at 79.
I kept my window open the entire winter,
Love that.
all the way open. It would be 30
that's
degrees
why
in my
you're
room.
7. Okay, well, see, he has to review it.
Oh,
I mean, it wouldn't be fair.
Oh,
But we are on the timeline.
Wren.
Dun, dun, dun.
40.
You got to do it in 90 seconds or less.
and I already read it, so
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just wanted to see the pictures, honestly. That's all I ever look at.
Don't look at my camera roll.
oh,
Eric is gay.
look,
There we go.
EricIsGay04
There we
at
go.
gmail.com.
but look what you
Eric
wrote
is
on this.
gay. The bear.
Yes!
That's
found it.
winning.
Finally!
I found it.
You know how long it's been?
But you actually forgot about it.
This is probably your best podcast yet.
So
I did watch snippets.
Do you know
of
how
you.
long it's been?
you usually sit here.
Well, I mean, I knew it was still there.
I love that this is your
And that's
stained
why
wood from
that's
the
why
shop.
it was there today, because it was right here.
Yeah. Wow. I love this. This is forever my coaster.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I've in my before podcasts, I've thought of ways to try to get you to turn that over, and I always just either forget or they're just not
And
good
he
enough
did
to
it
bring
by
out.
default.
And
I did it because there's so much
finally-
condensation on from my beers
Mango
on there,
carts.
and then I turn it over. I was
Why
like,
couldn't
well,
that have been on camera? Why?
Why is it not?
so.
Holy shit!
But anyways,
This
Actually,
was lovely.
Ren, thank
Can
you
you
so
hold
much.
that up
Thank
while we
you.
take a quick picture?
I'm like,
This is fucking amazing.
gold.
I love it.
It's gold.
All right, Ren.
Do it one more time. Hang on. I have to. Say, okay, I need you to do a bear pose. Is that
Do a bear pose. Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. You gotta put it like in the middle of your
You look like a
okay. That's
like
hot.
you're-
And I'm getting the podcast stuff.
Almighty.
Ooh.
You look like you're
Alright,
still in
see?
ninth grade.
See, that was gold.
That's one hell of a line you got
gonna
leading.
Go
I do.
viral.
Yeah.
That's gonna go viral.
That's the happiest of trails.
Yeah. Happy
Lead
trails
you
to
right
you.
into the woods with the bears. There
So,
you
Ren,
go. All
it's
right.
been, it's been so good
Thank
having you as a
you.
guest. Thank you for coming on. You
you
shared
for
some great
having me.
stories. And Rane, I'll let you close us out.
Yeah, really appreciate you being on the show. I hope you had a good time.
It was lovely.
And
Thank you for having
we
me.
appreciate your stories and all your in-depth
And
moments.
I can't wait to share your stories because that stupid dating show, y'all's voices are gold.
So, so I'm a 4, you're
10
7.
out of 10.
You backed
But-
up
Your
too far when you
voices
said
are
gold.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, but our
gold.
voices are
Well, that's good.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Faces for radio, but voices.
No, your 4 out of 10 was your dating app profile. Okay, it wasn't personal. It was
I'm not
just a
taking
review.
it personal. It's okay.
Your podcast, 10 out of 10. Gold. Boys, it was lovely. Thank you.
It was fucking amazing. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please follow us and
Like, follow, subscribe.
do all that shit.
And where can they email me at?
This
is real.
You couldn't wait.
I
You couldn't fucking wait.
Gay for Eric Bear at IEass.com.
You can always email Eric at ericisgay04@gmail.com.
And it's a real one now.
Oh yeah, it is. Honestly, Eric has finally made Eric is
Oh shit, we
gay
just got 20
04
emails in
at
right now as your
gmail.com.
social media manager. This is blowing up.
And
All right.
we're gonna end this episode now. Thank you guys so much for listening. That's been the Stupid Dating Show, and we are out.
Bye.
Chill Willie. Where said shit that came for the throne. Try and test me, I'm crushing your bones. We got bags of the loud getting flown. Police watching the spot like a drone. I just made me a rack off the phone. I'm just reaping the seeds that were sown. In the trap till my cover get blown. Serving ball after ball like my home. Where said shit I came for the throne. Try and test me, I'm crushing your bones. We got bags of the loud getting flown. Police watching the spot like a drone. I just made me a rack off the phone. I'm just reaping the seeds that were sown. In the trap till my cover get blown. Serving ball out the ball.